Just south of Edmonton sit two cities people always talk about together, Leduc and Beaumont. They're in the same county, 10 minutes apart, and in 2026, they are two of the fastest growing communities in the entire region. But they're not the same place, and they're not the same price. So which one is actually right for you? Let me give you the honest side by side. Hi, I'm Nathan Richter, a licensed real estate agent serving St. Albert and the Greater Edmonton area. I've spent 25 years on the construction side of real estate, custom home building, renovations, and currently running a restoration company that handles new home warranty work and condo restoration. So when I compare what living in Leduc or Beaumont is actually like in 2026, I'm bringing both the agent's lens and the builder's eye to it. So let's get into it. Here's the plan. I'll walk both cities through the same things that actually matter: growth, recreation, shopping, schools, the housing market, the commute, with the 2026 numbers behind each one. As I go, I'll tell you straight which city leans ahead on each, and at the end, I'll give you a clean summary of who should pick which. No winner, no loser, because honestly, it comes down to what you want. Let's start with why everyone's moving out here in the first place. First, let's clear up the thing that confuses people. Leduc and Beaumont are two separate cities, but they both sit in Leduc County, just south of Edmonton, which is why you'll almost always hear them mentioned together. Think of them as two distinct front doors into the same fast-growing corner of the region. Here's how they line up. Leduc is the bigger and more established of the two. The 2023 municipal census put it just over 36,000 people, and the 2025 provincial estimate has it knocking on the door of 40,000. That's growth around 3% in a single year and roughly 17% over 5 years. Beaumont is the smaller one, but it's growing even faster. The 2025 estimate has it around 26,000, up more than 6% year over year and close to 28% over 5 years, one of the fastest growth rates of any city in Alberta. So the first split is simple. If you want the bigger, more built out city with more services already in the ground, that leans Leduc. If you want the newer, faster rising community that's filling in around you, that leans Beaumont. Either way, neither of these is a town that's stalling. They're both filling in, and cities that grow like this tend to hold their value over time. For two cities this size, the recreation side is genuinely strong on both sides, and this is where a lot of people fall for the area. Leduc's headline is space and scale. Trail systems, dog parks, and community playgrounds spread right through the neighborhoods, and the centerpiece is Telford Lake, where you've got boating, paddling, and bird watching basically in the middle of town, plus a trail that loops the whole lake. Indoors, the Leduc Recreation Center is the anchor, a massive multi-use facility with 3 ice arenas, an aquatic center, and a field house, a curling rink, and fitness space all under one roof. For a city this size, that's a serious asset. Beaumont's headline is its own hub, the Ken Nickel Regional Recreation Center, a year-round facility with regulation ice in the winter, dry surface arenas in the summer, and a curling complex. If your family lives around the rink, Beaumont is set up for it. And here's the part that makes this comparison friendly, rather than cutthroat. The two cities sit right next to each other, so residents cross between Leduc and Beaumont for recreation all the time. On scale of facilities, Leduc edges it, but you're never really choosing one set of amenities over the other. On everyday life, the two cities have genuinely different personalities, and this might be the clearest split in the whole video. Leduc is the big box, get it all in one trip option. The main hub is Leduc Common, a sprawling retail district with the major brands, your grocery, your Walmart, the national chains. So for weekly errands, you're not driving anywhere. Beaumont is the opposite flavor, a walkable, genuinely charming downtown with well over 150 small businesses, anchored by spots like the Painted Door Gift and Gallery on Main, which showcases dozens of local artists, plus the Montrose Village strip for the day-to-day essentials. So this one's about taste. If you value big box convenience and scale, that's Leduc. If you value a walkable, boutique, small town, Main Street feel, that's Beaumont. And again, the practical version is that you live 10 minutes from the other one, so you get both. You just pick which one you want at your own front door. Schools are a major reason families pick this area, and here Beaumont has a real differentiator. On the public side, Leduc is served by Black Gold School Division, which runs a large network of schools across Leduc and the surrounding county. And for faith-based education, Star Catholic covers the Catholic side. That's a deep conventional set of options, and it leans Leduc on sheer size of network. But here's Beaumont's edge. Because the city has a deep Francophone roots, a lot of its schools are French immersion. Schools like École J.E. Lapointe are known for strong programs and an inclusive feel. If raising bilingual kids matters to you, Beaumont is one of the best places in the region to do it. And because the two cities feed into each other, families cross between them for the right program all the time. So if schools split too, Leduc for the bigger public and Catholic network, Beaumont if French immersion is on your list. For a lot of the families I talk to, that French immersion option is what tips the decision toward Beaumont. Now the part most of you came for, housing. And this is where Leduc and Beaumont split apart the hardest. So let me give you the 2026 numbers straight, fresh off the latest local market data for each city. This is the comparison slide to screenshot. Beaumont is the pricier of the two, and the gap is real. As of May 2026, the average sale price in Beaumont was sitting around $580,000, up roughly 9% year over year, with newer, larger family homes driving that number. Leduc is the more affordable entry point. Across all home types, the average is sitting closer to $430,000, meaningfully below Beaumont. So if your headline question is, where do I get more house for less money? That's Leduc. If it's where do I get the newer, bigger family build, that leans Beaumont. Same county, two genuinely different price points. But here's the part that matters most for 2026, and it's true in both cities. The market has cooled into something more balanced. Homes are taking a bit longer to sell than they were a year ago. In Beaumont, we're talking around 80 days now versus roughly 40 last year, and inventory is up sharply. Leduc is cooled the same way, with homes closing right around 97% of asking, but sitting longer than they did a year ago. Translate all of that, and after a couple of red-hot years, buyers finally have leverage again, more choice, more room to negotiate, more time to make a decision without getting steamrolled. The builder's eye angle is the spread of homes you'll see out here. Everything from affordable, older bungalows to brand new estate builds. New construction is where I earn my keep. A softening market means builders are negotiating, and a brand new warranted home with modern efficiency at last year's pricing or below can be the best single value in the region. The catch is which builder, which lot, which community, and that's exactly the conversation where I save you money and headaches. Quick aside, since the market's actually in buyer's favor out here right now, this is a good time to know exactly where to look. I put together a Leduc County community guide that breaks down both cities side by side, which neighborhoods in Leduc and Beaumont suit families, first-time buyers, and commuters, where the newer construction is, and which builders are worth your time. Just drop the word county in the comments below, or reach me through any of the contact options in the description, text, email, or call, and I'll send it over. Matching people to the right community is the part I genuinely enjoy. One of the quiet strengths of this whole area is the commute. And here, Leduc has a card Beaumont can't quite match. Both Leduc and Beaumont sit about 30 minutes south of downtown Edmonton on well-maintained, relatively low-traffic routes. That's a genuinely manageable drive for people who work in the city but want a calmer, more affordable place to come home to. On the basic commute, call it a tie. But the tiebreaker is the airport. The Edmonton International Airport is right on Leduc's doorstep, along with the Nisku industrial area. If you travel for work, or you're in any industry tied to the airport, logistics, or Nisku, living in Leduc specifically can cut a huge chunk of your daily life. Beaumont is close to it too, but Leduc owns this one. That's a real practical advantage that doesn't show up in a glossy brochure, but changes your week. So the trade both cities offer is the same. Suburban room, lower prices, a quieter pace without being cut off. The airport edge just tips this category towards Leduc. Both cities also punch above their weight on the arts and community life, which is a big part of why neither one feels like a sleepy bedroom suburb. In Leduc, the McLab Center for the Performing Arts is a small but genuinely good theater, music, live performance, community events, and shows regularly sell out before the date. Beaumont leads hard into the community programming year-round, with events like the Beaumont Blues and Roots Festival and Alberta Culture Days keeping the calendar full. So even here you can see the two personalities. Leduc with its small city charm and built-out amenities, Beaumont with its francophone roots and tight downtown feel. This one I'd call even. They just express community differently. The point is, in both cases, you're buying into a real community, not just a house. Weather is the one category where there's basically no difference, so I'll be quick and I'll give you the real numbers. Leduc and Beaumont share the same climate as the rest of the region. Humid continental, real winters, warm summers. A typical January afternoon sits around -6 to -10, with cold snaps that can hit -30 and up to -40 with the wind chill. Yes, there's a record extreme down around -46, but that's the record, not the norm. Summers are generally warm and bright. July highs hitting the low to mid-20s, occasionally pushing 30 with long daylight hours. So on weather, call it a tie. But here's my builder's tip. It matters more than most people realize. A properly built and well-sealed home out here is comfortable even at -30. An older, leaky one sometimes isn't. That difference is the same in both cities. It's something you can actually check before you buy, and it's exactly the kind of thing I look at on a walkthrough. Okay, let me pull the whole thing together, because this is really a decision between two good options. Lean Leduc if you want the more affordable entry point and more house for your money. Big box convenience, the bigger recreation center, and Telford Lake, and especially if you work near or fly out of the airport. Leduc is the bigger, more built out, more practical pick. Lean Beaumont if you want a newer or bigger family build and you're okay paying the premium. If French immersion for your kids is on the list, and if you want that walkable, boutique, tight-knit downtown feel. Beaumont is the faster growing, higher character pick. And the honest truth that makes this easier than Edmonton versus Calgary, you're not picking a side for life. They're 10 minutes apart in the same county, so whichever front door you choose, you get the other city's amenities too. This is about which one fits your everyday, not which one wins. Before you fall in love with either one, a few honest things to weigh because they apply to both. One, these are commuter cities. 30 minutes to downtown is fair, but if you or your partner work in central or north Edmonton, that's an hour plus round trip most days. Drive it at rush hour before you commit. Two, this is car country. Transit exists and it's improving, but plan on a vehicle, ideally one per working adult. Three, and this is the one this whole video is about. Leduc and Beaumont are genuinely different price points, so don't shop them as if they're the same market. Beaumont runs noticeably higher, Leduc gives you more house for less. Pick the city that matches what you actually need. And four, the 2026 market is balanced, which is great news for buyers, but it also means you don't want to overpay. Homes are taking longer to sell and closing under asking, so the panic buying days are over. Take your time, get the inspection, and use the leverage the market is actually giving you. None of those are deal breakers. They're just the difference between buying out here well and buying it blind, and getting that right is exactly what I'm here for. If you're thinking about a move to Leduc or Beaumont in the next 6 to 12 months or sooner and want a real conversation about which one fits and how to use this buyer-friendly market properly, text, email, or call. All my contact info is in the description, and don't forget to drop county in the comments if you want that community guide comparing both cities. And if this video is useful, like the video and subscribe. We drop new videos every week. We'll see you in the next one.